looks like we're live. I think. Yep, okay, we're good. Alright, tweets it out. Good there. Double check, just be sure it did go through. Yes, it did. So, prediction time. So I really don't know what to predict. They gave us information on, we're getting information on Pokemon Sword and Shield, Luigi's Mansion 3. For Sword and Shield, I don't expect too much. If we're getting information, it's going to be in a Pokemon Direct. It's traditionally been Pokemon Heals, Pokemon stuff. And Nintendo's a jumping board. That tends to be how it works. Maybe I could see maybe the second stage forms. For Luigi's Mansion, I do think we're going to get something about the other characters, because we did see the stuff in the first trailer that it's not just Luigi invited to the mansion. Before, it was specifically an invite for Luigi. Also, I have a harder time looking at chat, it looks like, because for whatever reason, OBS doesn't actually want to connect to it. I think we'll get some kind of information on Banjo-Kazooie and Smash. My prediction is that they'll be released next month. September seems too soon after Hero, and but they do have to do 2 more characters after Banjo-Kazooie. I don't think we're going to get the official reveal of the SNK character here, though we might. And it is going to be an SNK character. No one's going to screw up so badly that they put the wrong thing on. Nintendo themselves put the wrong thing on the. No, that didn't happen. It's an SNK character. Probably Terry, even though he's the most boring one. Let's see. Yeah, that's really what I can predict. I think we'll get the moveset for Banjo-Kazooie and announcement that will be released in October. And again, I fully expect it to be October. It might be this month. I doubt it. It could even be a shadow drop today. Who knows? Won't be the first time they've done something like that. I do think we're going to eventually get Banjo-Kazooie on Switch. Probably with Tui. And that would be the rare replay versions, because those are the versions that, 1, you can save everything in, and 2, you can do the stop and swap. So we already know it's going to be the Ginger Nair for the final Smash, but I don't think we really know the movesets quite yet. Maybe Shantae. It's an indie game, but it's one of those indie games that's big enough that I could see it appearing here. Maybe Shovel Knight, for that matter. There's a pretty big Shovel Knight game coming out soon. Was it out already? No, I think it's coming out soon. I don't think it's out yet. Oh, also make sure. Yes, you are all the way. Good. But yeah, that's pretty much all the predictions I've got. Oh, also there's something going on with Mario. That watermelon thing's not just a watermelon thing. They're hinting at something. I just don't know what it is yet. Maybe in Odyssey 2 that features Isle Delfino? Because it is odd that we didn't get Isle Delfino in the first Odyssey. It's on the map, you just can't go there. Oh, it's starting. Not even countdown this time? That's new. Alright, we knew this was coming. Overwatch. I've been wanting to play this, I've just never gotten around to getting it.
I am with you.
EMP activated.
So I might get the Switch version. Please tell me that's motion control.
You can't catch me.
Glorious.
If it's just for the camera, motion control helps. Actually, news is coming. I completely forgot about it.
Hello everyone. I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct. I'm Shinya Takahashi. And that was, of course, the latest trailer for Overwatch by Blizzard Entertainment. The game is scheduled for release on Nintendo Switch October 15th, so please look forward to it. Okay, let's get into our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines. Please take a look.
You gotta see these floors of the hotel for yourself. Luigi's Mansion 3 takes place in a haunted hotel, where every floor has a distinct theme unlike any other. Case
I
in
like
point,
that concept.
Tomb Suites.
Ooh, that's it. I don't
I
think I've seen
mean,
this one.
a pyramid inside a hotel? Guess
Like
we
a
should
sand
expect
makes
some
sense.
mummies, harsh sands, and booby traps.
Is that
As
a
for the
blue
other
rock?
floors, well, there's a disco floor,
Okay,
a
the disco
pirate-themed
floor I love.
restaurant. You get the idea. May not be the usual amenities, but there's a rogues gallery of bosses to check out before you, well, check out. Speaking of amenities, step right up to this all-new
So
attraction,
the floor itself is the
Screen Play.
boss.
In this party mode, there's a Luigi team and a Gooigi team. With only one
Interesting.
Nintendo Switch system, 2 to 8 players can battle it out. See which team can defeat the most ghosts. Collect the most coins
Couch
by piloting
multiplayer. I was
floaties
not
with the
expecting
Poltergust
that. I'm happy,
G00 and break the most targets. Hey, even Luigi needs a break sometimes. Luigi's Mansion 3 opens its doors on October 31st, just in time for Halloween.
Okay, so there's one prediction I got wrong.
Get a load of this new free-to-start Kirby game. The
Okay,
combined
makes
forces
sense.
of Kirby, and Kirby are in for some wicked boss fights. We're calling it Super Kirby Clash. Take up quests in town.
So they
collectively,
so they are
you and your team
containing the
pick
Kirby
4
Clash. I
jobs.
was wondering if they would.
That's right. Get your weapons, get your gear, and get ready. Some mighty tough enemies
Kirby
await.
Clash is fun.
There are more than 100 quests. So, get a look at your enemy and make sure you have the right jobs for the job. The key to victory is to know your role and work as a team. You can play alone, together on one system,
Thank you
team
for
up via
Couch
local
Co-op.
wireless, or even play online.
And they are using
It'll
the
be
assets
time
from
to
Star
unite with
Allies.
friends and players from around the world and overcome each challenging
Nightmare.
quest when Super Kirby Clash launches
Was not
later
expecting Nightmare.
today. And remember, it's free to start too.
Yeah, I'm going to be starting that today.
This long-awaited, recently released RPG is getting a remake. After 25 years, fans of the Mana series can look forward to the HD remake of the third game in the trilogy, Trials of Mana. From 6 different characters, you'll choose a protagonist and 2 companions. The The ones you choose will determine which of the interwoven stories you'll follow through this reimagined world.
Now you remember what will happen to dear Jessica if I die.
This interference will not be forgotten.
As each character advances, they'll have the opportunity to switch their class, allowing them to learn stronger special moves and spells, step into the light, or show your dark side when picking your class to change your character's appearance and abilities. Unlike the classic version, characters have full range of movement, including jumping and combo attacks for each member of your party.
Interesting.
Once again, the wheels of fate are beginning to turn.
That's more than a remake. That's a complete
Find out what's
remaster.
in store for the beloved world of Trials of Mana on April 24th.
Okay, makes sense. Coming out next year. Okay.
Just what happened to the crew of this doomed ship? The
I don't know
Oberdin
this
vanished
one.
at sea in 1803, only to wash up 4 years later in Falmouth, England with no sign of survivors. The fate of the crew remains unknown. As an insurance investigator for the East India Company, you must board the ship and uncover the mystery of its disappearance and return. Your analysis will rely heavily on one less than
Puzzle
ordinary
heart?
device. Use the power of the Momentum Mortem pocket watch to turn back time and witness each soul's last moment.
Puzzle bar.
Bastards may take exactly what I give you!
Explore the ship. Observe the situation and record your logical deductions. Without you, the true tale will never be told.
This is my kind
What
of game.
brought the Oberdin to such an end? Little by little, tease apart the misfortunes of the ship and its crew to solve the mystery. Return of the Oberdin arrives on Nintendo Switch in fall 2019.
Okay, so it's coming out sometime soon then.
There's a small town out there with a big secret.
Oh good, more in town. Little Town Hero is the
Never
official
leave
name
town.
now.
That is the rule agreed upon by the people of this peaceful town and the castle protecting it. One day, there suddenly appeared a giant monster. To defend the townspeople, one boy named Axe will stand up to face it. And the only weapons he'll need are ideas. But to win one of these battles, you must know when to use them. Strategy is everything if there's any hope to win. During
I love
battle,
Game Freak's
you can move
non-Pokemon
around to
games.
garner
This is
support from
interesting.
townspeople. Take advantage to gain the advantage. Seize every opportunity to protect your town in this new RPG from Game Freak. And almost all the music in the game was composed by Undertale creator Toby Fox.
Oh wow! That's awesome.
Little Town Hero will make a stand on Nintendo Switch October 16th.
Undertale's great
You can
music.
pre-purchase and preload the game later today.
Toby Fox is a very good composer.
Fall is coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We can finally confirm the release date of Challenger Pack 3, Banjo and Kazooie.
I still say
And the
October.
release date is today.
Wait, what?
After today's Nintendo Direct, we'll broadcast a video detailing how to use Banjo and Kazooie, featuring the game's director, Masahiro Sakurai. As a special treat,
I got a couple
the video
things to
will
download
begin
today.
immediately following the Nintendo Direct you're watching right now. To tide yourself over until the release of Banjo and Kazooie, please check it out.
Okay, so
But
after
first-
I do Pokemon, I may try to do Banjo-Kazooie on Smash. Probably stuff about the light. Oh no! Okay, I see what they're doing. Online? Oh no, that it is the they actually are doing the reveal. Okay. It's gonna be Terry. I don't want to be Terry, but it's gonna be Terry. So it is Terry.
Cover!
He makes the most sense, but he's so boring. Obviously, they can't do mine. They cannot do mine, not in Smash. SNK did pretty much create Smash's genre, the crossover fighting game.
So, Terry Bogard from Fatal Fury is joining the battle. That means we've revealed 4 of the 5 fighters included in the Fighters Pass. Can there really be only one left?
Wait, are they actually announcing it now?
We're happy to
Oh
confirm
no,
the
there's a
development
second
of more
season
DLC
pass!
fighters for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Outside the 5 fighters included in the Fighters Pass, we can confirm that other new fighters are in development. The battle isn't over yet.
Okay, I'm actually very happy about that. The more fighters, the better.
So, what do you think? Regarding what was announced about additional fighters at the end of that segment, we'll have more to share with you in the future. For now, let's continue with some more Nintendo Switch headlines.
I would like more female representation too.
It's about time to wake the Windfish in The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, which means
Technically, that's
the
a
next
spoiler.
big adventure on Nintendo Switch is fast approaching. You'll meet some strangely endearing islanders, face a series of puzzling tasks, and encounter some oddly familiar faces. Whatever
There's
happens,
Kirby
help
finally
Link
shown.
escape Koholint Island before its mysteries get the best of him. With the all-new Chamber Dungeon, you can place chambers earned on your adventure to arrange your own dungeons,
I could easily see
adding
this
plus
becoming a
effects
full
that
game.
alter chambers, and save chamber dungeons to a compatible amiibo figure featuring a character from the Legend of Zelda series.
So
That way,
any
your
Zelda
friends can play
amiibo
them.
will work.
Be ready.
That's
The Legend
interesting.
of Zelda Link's Awakening will launch before you know it on September 20th. The new Link amiibo figure will be available that same day. You know the hero's might from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now join his adventure.
That comes out later
Dragon
this month.
Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition is exactly that. The most complete version of a sprawling adventure story that allows you to choose between HD and 2D graphics. Travel to past Dragon Quest worlds. And experience new character-focused stories. The day the game launches, free downloadable content can be found in the Champions Pack, including consumable items and more equipment that can change the appearance of party members. An RPG giant draws near.
And I know there's an 8 costume.
Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition journeys onto Nintendo Switch September 27th. Until then, you can prepare for your adventure with the free demo on Nintendo eShop.
You can do a lot in that demo. They're not getting this in 10 hours.
Looking for more Fire Emblem goodness?
Oh
Then
my
say
god,
hello
yes!
to Tokyo.
Yes! 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 Yes!
The worlds
Yes!
of the Fire Emblem series and Atlas games have crossed paths, and the result is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Thank you!
The story takes place in modern-day Tokyo, where creative energy is so abundant it's materialized into something called Performa, which attracts wicked mirages who suck it out of people.
I play on the Wii U, but more people get on the
You'll
Switch.
face off
which
against
means
this
we have a
threat
higher
as
chance of
up-and-comer
getting
Itsuki
the sequel.
Aoi and his friends who are trying to make it in the entertainment business. Fire Emblem characters like Chrom and Sita will join you from another dimension. Together, you'll wage deep, turn-based battles, blending the combat of the Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei series. And, in the Nintendo Switch version, there's a new song that wasn't included in the original.
Ooh, neat.
Be sure to check out the other new features, from the new story elements to
The
the
music's
characters
what makes
joining
it.
you in battle for the first time. Hey, is that Tiki? Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE
Yes!
Encore releases on January 17th.
Oh my god, that's exactly what
You
I
can
wanted.
purchase the game later today.
It's coming out very soon.
Welcome back to where nothing is what it seems.
Yucks.
Boston, 2019. It all
No.
begins again
Building
when
premonition.
FBI agent Aaliyah Davis opens an investigation into an old serial killer case. She also opens a door to the unknown, a door
This
that
looks
also
interesting
takes
to
us
me.
back to New Orleans. 14 years ago.
Excuse me?
Here, our story follows an FBI agent who goes by the name of York.
Zach, it looks like
The journey between past and present will take Aaliyah and York on a winding path. But what lies at the end? Will it be truth or madness?
So many.
Deadly Premonition 2, A Blessing in Disguise, boggles and beguiles on Nintendo Switch in 2020.
I've never heard
And
of that
now
series,
for a
but it looks
shocker.
interesting.
The original game in the series will launch on Nintendo eShop as Deadly Premonition Origins later today.
Okay, that's a game I can see myself playing.
Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition is finally coming to Nintendo Switch. Check it out.
I like the music. I don't know anything about the game. Interesting. So they're actually working with Valve. That's interesting. Huh.
And now for a message from Bethesda.
Hey Nintendo fans, Pete Hines from Bethesda. On behalf of everyone at id Software, I'm excited to announce something really cool that we have coming to Nintendo Switch later this year. I'm sure many of you have fond memories of spending countless hours playing your favorite games on Nintendo 64. Well, this year is the 25th anniversary of Doom, one of the most popular first-person shooter franchises ever. And to celebrate, we're re-releasing one of our favorite games, Doom 64. For the first time since its original release in 1997, Doom 64 will be officially available on a Nintendo console. Relive your crusade against the demons in more than 30 action-packed levels. Or if you're a newcomer, experience the retro first-person shooter that helped make Doom one of the most popular shooter franchises in history.
I never had this myself. I had a friend who had it.
Doom 64 will release on Nintendo Switch on November
I enjoyed
22nd this year.
Are they going to have that stupid account verification thing again? That's the real
Introducing
question.
a brand new IP from developer Hi-Rez Studios, Rogue Company. To most of the world, Rogue Company is a rumor at best, but its operatives are the real
New IPs
deal.
are always
And as
interesting to
one
me.
of these elite specialists, you'll face challenges which will require your specialized abilities and tools to combat the infamous organization Jackal. Play against friends or match up with a similarly skilled team online in a variety of objective-based game modes. Whether you wield guns, gadgets, or melee weapons, your playstyle will depend on your choice of mercenary, which can be fully customized. There will be plenty of modes, maps, weapons, skins, in-game events, and more. When Rogue Company
This
sneaks
would be
up
good
on
if they do it
Nintendo
right.
Switch in 2020.
How's it going? Next, the new titles in the core Pokemon RPG series, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. We have more information to share that will shed new light on this next Pokemon adventure. Please take a look.
Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield take place in the Galar region, a scenic land where people and Pokemon work together toward a prosperous future. Among them, you'll encounter
There's
new
your Eevee
Pokemon
confirmation,
and meet
everyone.
new people throughout your adventure. Today, we'll cover 4 features you can look forward to. First, customizing your look. Once again, the latest entry in the series lets you pick your outfit.
It looks like you can actually remove
This
hats
time,
this time.
it's not just tops and bottoms, but a wide variety, including outerwear and gloves.
Yeah, you can actually remove your hat. About time.
Plus, you can change your hairstyle or put on a little makeup. There's a lot more to becoming a champion than simply honing your battle skills. You've got to look the part too, don't you think? Second, Pokemon Camp. During your journey through the Galar region, You can camp anytime at Pokemon Camp.
Okay, so camp is our new Amie.
While you're there, you can play with your Pokemon. And as you get to
And it's
know
bigger
them
than
better,
Amie.
they'll also improve in battle.
Looks like you can have your entire
Additionally,
party out.
in the wild area, you can visit other players' camps too.
Oh, so you can see their Pokemon.
Feel free to bring along one of your Pokemon and hang out with up to 3 other players at the camp. We definitely recommend interacting with another player's Pokemon.
Well, my sister will have Sword.
Third, curry on rice.
Okay, we knew this was
Pokemon
something was
Camp is
cooking.
also a great place to cook up a dish that is very popular in the Galar region, curry on rice. How your curry turns out and what type it is ultimately depends on which berries and
Oh,
other
it's like the popping
ingredients you
system.
use.
I like that.
Not to mention the heart you put into it. There are more than 100 types. And each one you cook up will be registered in your curry decks.
Oh, I'm gonna spend a
the
long
goal,
time on
to
that.
master the art of curry. Huh?
The
What's
teapot
that
Pokemon.
Pokemon doing here? And fourth, we'll introduce some new Pokemon discovered in the Galar region. First is Poltegeist. Normally, it makes a home for itself by hiding amongst tableware at hotels and restaurants.
It's a teapot
Its
genie.
body is made of tea, complete with its own aroma and flavor. It may even allow a trusting trainer to taste its tea. This ghost-type Pokemon also has a special ability called
I know
Recon.
someone who's gonna like that Pokemon.
Next, another new Pokemon called Cramorant. This flying and water-type Pokemon has one huge appetite. It will swallow anything it can fit in its mouth. When it uses Surf or Dive during battle, watch as it rises from the water, along with the catch in its mouth. If it takes damage in this state, it'll retaliate by spitting out its catch at the attacker. This is
That's an
Cramorant's
interesting
exclusive
mechanic.
new ability, Gulp Missile. And that's all we have to share with you today. Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield will launch on Nintendo Switch November 15th.
Well, how about that? There are still 2 more months until the game releases. Please look forward to the day you can start your new adventure in the Galar region. So, it's been about a year since we began offering Nintendo Switch Online memberships.
Are we getting the
With
SNES?
Nintendo Switch Online, we're providing a variety of games and fun features. And now,
I mean, Tetris
we're looking
99
to
is
add
worth it
in
well.
an additional library of games. It's called Super
Yes.
Nintendo Entertainment System Nintendo Switch Online. With this, you can play a variety of classic Super NES games on Nintendo Switch. There are some you may not expect,
Like Star
like
Fox.
Stunt Race FX.
Well, I know
which will
Andre
be
from
available
Games
to
Wins
play
that.
on another system for the first time. You can face off or team up in local multiplayer by passing a Joy-Con controller to a friend, or even play together online. Oh, and the rewind function will be available from launch.
I just hope they fix the netcode a bit.
Here are the first games we plan to release. All 20 of the games you see on screen will launch tomorrow.
Really? They're actually doing all 20? I thought they'd pick a
Of
handful.
course, we will eventually add more to the lineup.
Nintendo games are a bit beefier than
This
NES.
offer is exclusively available to Nintendo Switch Online members, so please enjoy them at no additional charge. Oh, you noticed this, did you?
No surprise there.
To recapture the original feel of these games, we will be releasing a Super Nintendo Entertainment System Nintendo Switch Online exclusive controller as a special offer. To charge it, you can use a USB cable, just like the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. This Super NES-style
It should actually
controller
work
will
in
be
more
available
games
for
than the NES
purchase
controller does, too.
exclusively for Nintendo Switch Online members. Visit the Nintendo website for the
Because really the
latest
only thing it's
information
missing is a
on
control
its
stick.
release. Wouldn't it be nice to play those games again with one of these controllers? Well, let's move on to some more Nintendo
Rest
Switch
is not bad
headlines.
either.
Sure, you know Tetris, but can you survive this? Nintendo Switch Online members, the large-scale puzzle battle game Tetris 99 is getting a free update. Tetris 99 Invictus is here, and not for the faint of heart. You can't even play it until you achieve Tetris Maximus status. Can you survive against the best of the best?
So I'm not getting it.
Well, good luck. We're also adding in daily missions for some added challenges. By clearing these missions, you can acquire tickets and exchange them for a variety of custom themes. Sweet! To showcase your accomplishments, we're tossing in a vast array of new player icons too.
Okay, that'll be
Beyond
nice.
that, the second wave of paid DLC is here as well. In 2-player share battle mode, pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend for a 2-player game against each other and the CPU, and get together with friends to battle via local wireless
I'll
on
get
your
the paid DLC
Nintendo Switch
eventually, I
systems
just haven't
and local
used it
arena
yet.
mode. The version 2.0 update for Tetris 99 will be available tomorrow. A packaged version, including the game, DLC, and a Nintendo Switch Online 12-month individual membership will be available September 6th. Mario and Sonic are ready to kick it old school in Tokyo. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games has become a tradition of its own. This time, there are more than 20 events, including the 100-meter, karate, football,
I love this series. I really
skateboarding, rugby sevens, sport climbing, badminton, gymnastics, surfing, and you know what? There's more where that came from. Check out these 10 retro-style events, each one rocking some sweet 2D style graphics. They're all new, all retro, and very refreshing to play. On top of that, there are new mini-games, unlockable characters, and a story mode in which Mario, Sonic, Bowser, and Dr. Eggman must escape from a game based on the Olympic Games Tokyo 1964. Mario and
I love
Sonic
that
at the Olympic
concept.
Games Tokyo 2020 will go
That's
for
a
the
great
gold
concept.
November 5th. The next Daemon X Machina demo will be here sooner than you think. Ahead of the full game's release next week, the free demo version, Daemon X Machina Prologue Demo, will be available for download later today. In this prologue, you'll man your mech through the beginning of the game.
Stop
and
giving me stuff to download
all of your
today.
progress can carry over to the full game. If you've never played a mech action game and you're wondering what they're all about, this is the perfect time to take one for a test drive. A key feature of this demo is the co-op mode for up to 4 players, and we're happy to report that it can be played via local wireless. So, gather your friends, and make the bosses feel like the little guys. The full game will also support online play. Be ready by customizing your mech and honing your skills on missions. What hides beneath your mech's armor? A god or a demon? Daemon X Machina will be ready for action September 13th.
Demon sounds more fun, honestly.
A Star Wars classic so fun, it's back for more. Kyle Katarn, agent of the New Republic, is our only hope to stop a rogue Jedi.
Okay, Jedi Knight.
Get your
Not
lightsaber at
expecting
the
that.
ready, blaster in hand, and prepare to wield the full power of the Force. Courtesy of Aspire, the full single-player experience of Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast is coming to Nintendo Switch September 24th. We've got new
Or
details
go to the
on
rest
some
of the Kyle
upcoming
series at any
games.
point.
Here's where my journey begins.
You are Geralt of Rivia, mercenary monster slayer. Your current contract? Tracking down a living weapon known as the Child of Prophecy. You'll have a whole world to explore, at home and on the go, when The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition comes to Nintendo Switch on October 15th. And all downloadable content and story expansions are along for the ride. Become the most feared pirate in the Caribbean in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Then transform into the ultimate assassin hunter in Assassin's Creed Rogue. That's 2 action-packed games for one great value. All past DLC and new features like touch control and motion aiming, coming exclusively to Nintendo
Motion
Switch
aiming,
in
thank
Assassin's
you.
Creed The Rebel Collection.
That's the main thing I need in those
Battle
games.
for survival at the edge of a savage frontier in the online free-to-play action RPG Dauntless. Whether you're a veteran looking to take your Slayer on the go, or a rookie ready to forge your legacy, you'll hone your skills, craft and customize hundreds of gear options, and team up with other Slayers to take down boss-sized behemoths. As you can see, the folks at Phoenix Labs are adding loads of new content in anticipation of the game's launch on Nintendo Switch, and there's plenty more on the horizon.
Those isn't that enjoy.
Open your calendar, more games are on the way.
Oh, was that Forza? Just Dance is not surprising. That's a tradition. The Grid Autosport, I don't know that one. What I love is the new Burnout, but that's not happening anytime soon. Alright, I keep forgetting about Ni no Kuni. Yeah, I don't really care about NBA. All of Cthulhu I was not expecting. So actually, did they announce before? I just forgot about it. My Outer Worlds. Okay. Vampire. Definitely looks like one that would be fun for me. Actually, Vampire since spelled for Y.
How's everything going? Next up, Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Ooh, more information on
We
that?
revealed many details about the game back in June, so we prepared a video covering what was announced. Let's see, shall we?
Hi, Tom Nook. This will be interesting.
Thank you for choosing the Deserted Island Getaway Package. A laid-back, relaxing time and a haven of nature awaits. For you and the other folks participating in the Getaway Package, the time's come to get into the groove of deserted island life. It may be a deserted island, but the Resident Services building at its center is here to support your needs, so there's nothing to worry about.
The billboard's right.
For starters,
dogs,
we'll
that's
provide
nice.
you with a tent. Please select the spot where you'd like it set up. Oh, and there's something else. We'd like to offer you an original Nook Inc. Nook phone. It comes pre-installed with a variety of apps for all your deserted island needs, including recipes for crafting tools
I'm
and
gonna have to hold the
furniture.
camera, I think.
Let's start by crafting an axe. We're going to need some materials.
It really is like that
branches
that game that was on Amiibo Festival, which I personally enjoyed.
and stones. Then we'll head to Resident Services and use the workbench. Nicely done. You can use the tools you craft to acquire new materials, like this. And with those, you can craft more items. Feel free to place furniture inside or outside. You can fine-tune the arrangement so that the decor expresses your
Also,
style.
being able to actually have
and
some
you can
outside
fully
is nice.
enjoy the deserted island life.
It's something Animal Crossing's been needing for a while. I'm glad they're finally doing
Let's
it.
head back to Resident Services. Here we sell tools and furniture. We also buy your unwanted items, including any weeds you remove, as part of our island cleanup plan. In addition to the usual in-game currency, bells,
The weeds
you
don't
can
take
also
away
earn
this
Nook
time.
miles through the Nook Mileage program. You can exchange your miles for special items and recipes. You'll earn miles through a host of activities on the island, so be sure to take advantage of this program.
There's some for visiting someone else's island.
There are many ways to experience the joys of life on a deserted island. Go fishing, catch some bugs, tend to flowers, and pick them to make a garland.
I like that.
Thanks to crafting, even weeds have their uses. A vaulting pole makes it easy to quickly cross a river.
Yeah.
A nutritious snack
gonna make that
will
boy
help you
pull as soon as
shovel up a
possible.
tree in no time. Plant it somewhere else to change things up in that corner of the island.
That's another thing that the Animal Crossing's been desperately needing. Wow.
The scenery changes with the time and weather. There will be sunshine, cloudy days, rainfall, and enough wind to shake the trees. Depending on the time of day and the season, you'll encounter different creatures to catch too. Sociable types who live together on the same island can play simultaneously, up to 4 players at a time on one system. We hope you enjoy living together and working together in the same space. With a local wireless or internet connection, you can travel to another player's island for a total of 8 players in one visit. The whole scene feels meant to be. Why not snap a photo with everyone and make it a lasting memory?
So definitely filters for the photo mode.
How's Deserted Island life looking? What we've shown you here today is truly just the beginning. There's so much more waiting to be discovered. So many activities, animals to encounter, and more calling to you from the island. We can't wait for you to experience the Nook Inc. Deserted Island Getaway Package.
So,
very
how'd it
looking
look?
forward to that.
There's still a bit more time until the game launches, so please stay tuned. Alright, the next game will be our last announcement of the day. Please give it a look.
It sounds like Xenoblade music. It is. It's also Shock. Are they re-releasing the first one again? If so, maybe I can finally play
Do you
it.
wish to change it? Huh? The future.
Yes, I can finally play the first one. Sometime next year, that's all we know.
Monolith Soft's Xenoblade Chronicles, which originally released in 2012 on the Wii system, is destined to be reborn on Nintendo Switch as Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. The game is planned for release in 2020. Please look forward to more announcements in the future. That's it for today. Thank you for watching.
Okay, and they're going to do a demonstration of Banjo-Kazooie at some point later. I don't know if I should wait for that, or should I go? Apparently it's now, so...
Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakurai, director of the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game. In our last showcase, I talked a little bit about Hero. Today, I'd like to show you all how to use Banjo and Kazooie. You may feel like some time has passed since our Hero showcase, but we're actually recording this only 2 days after that broadcast. We sure are busy, even if I say so myself. Now that today's Nintendo Direct is over, please let me take just a little bit more of your time. You may remember in the Hero showcase, I was playing by myself, using 2 controllers, like this. With Hero, if you cast spells using command selection, any opposing heroes will block those attacks automatically using their shields. So, in the background, I was actually using the second controller to make the hero look away or do moves so my attacks would connect. Today I have my controllers set up side by side, but back in the GameCube days, I lined them up vertically, like this. Try doing this with the Nintendo Switch Pro controllers, however, and you'll end up accidentally pressing the L and R buttons. So even though it's a bit of a pain, I do it like this now. This time around, I'll also be doing my best to control two fighters at once, kind of like Banjo and Kazooie, two
I actually like
characters
doing that
acting
with
as one.
training myself.
Alright,
so that's
let's
neat.
get started. So, what is Banjo-Kazooie? Well, in terms of genre, it's similar to Super Mario 64, and it was first released on Nintendo 64 back in 1998. The character Banjo made his first appearance a year earlier in a game called Diddy Kong Racing. After that, Banjo-Kazooie was released, and then Banjo-Tooie. Two titles were then released for Game Boy Advance, although they never came to Japan. And then there's Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, which was released on Xbox 360.
I still like to play Nuts and Bolts. Like, it doesn't look like a good Banjo-Kazooie game, but it looks like a fun game.
As some of you may know, the Banjo-Kazooie IP now belongs to Microsoft. Technically, they're a rival platform holder. Even so, they were happy for Banjo and Kazooie to join the Super Smash Bros. Series. For that, I'm extremely grateful. Rare also welcomed us with open arms.
Rare's worked fine with Nintendo even after Microsoft buyout.
So, if you want to play Banjo-Kazooie today, you can do so on Xbox. I know this is a Nintendo broadcast, but please, give the game a try on Xbox.
Yeah, we're definitely getting it on the Switch at some
Now let's
point.
talk about the music. The Banjo-Kazooie series music has a country feel to it. If we were to include this music in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as is, it wouldn't really match the atmosphere of battle, so we put a lot of effort into arranging the music for the game. We'd like to play for you several of these arrangements during the showcase. Up here, yes, here, you'll see the track names. Okay, let's take a look at the fighter.
He's an amazing person.
So this is Banjo and Kazooie in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. There's Kazooie. We're using a special ROM today, so the camera is a bit different from the production version. We've included lots of actions Banjo and Kazooie use in their original game. For example, the Talon Trot here is used for their dash. And their jumps are based on abilities like Flap Flip and Feathery Flap. Their neutral attack is called Claw Swipe. This ability looks similar to this in the original game, but we've built upon the original motion so it better fits the action of our game. Their flurry attack is a Rat-a-tat-rap. Their dash attack is a forward roll, which is something Donkey Kong uses as well. This move is a pretty useful one.
Also,
Their
for
down
some
tilt
Banjo
is
Kazooie,
Beat
that
Bar.
makes sense.
Their up smash is Bill Drill. It looks a bit different from their original games, but the animation reflects the fact that it's a consecutive attack. In Japanese, their side smash is called Harisen Kazooie. Harisen is a word that only exists in Japanese, so I was curious what this move would be called in the West. In English, it's called Regal Bash. I think Regal is the type of bird Kazooie is, so this basically means bird bash, which is pretty accurate. Their neutral air is Wing Whack. Their back air is an air rat-a-tat-rat, which hits 3 times. Their
Making
down
sense
air
how
is
Kazooie
Beat
is supposed
Buster,
to work.
which they use to downstab as they drop. As you can see, even their regular attacks are based on attacks from their original game. The down and up taunts were something that existed in the Banjo-Kazooie series too. The up taunt is based on an animation from Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, where Banjo sometimes stretches. Now I'd like to go over their special moves. First, their neutral special is egg firing. It's pretty much their go-to move. The eggs bounce, and by holding down the button when launching the eggs, you'll do the attack you see here, Breagle Blaster. Breagle Blaster is based on this part in Banjo-Tooie where the screen mimics an FPS.
don't think I ever got to that
You can
point.
hold the button for auto fire, but as you do, the power of the eggs will gradually decrease, so you'll need to be careful. You can cancel it by crouching or pressing the shield button. Next, their side special is Wonder Wing. As in
They
the
are doing the
original
Golden
game,
Feathers, I was
it's
wondering
an
about that.
invincible charging attack.
So you have 5 before you have to
It's
recharge.
fairly powerful and will basically win against any other attack. However, you can see some feathers above Banjo's head. There are 5 of them in total, and I just used up all of them. After using them up, you won't be able to use the attack again until you lose a stock. Since the remaining uses of Wonder Wing only appear above their heads once activated, you'll really need to make sure you hammer the number of uses into your head. You can use it as a recovery option. And since it's likely to trump counterattacks, it doesn't have many disadvantages, but it does have a weak point. If it's blocked with a shield, for instance, you'll be wide open to attack. In addition, you can be grabbed during this move. At any rate, keep track of how many Wonder Wing uses you have left. And when fighting against Banjo and Kazooie, make sure to take action against this attack and remember to keep an eye on it. It's important to keep this in mind.
Yeah, so everyone will want to look at the
Next
special
is
count.
their up special, Shock Spring Jump. This move utilizes the Shock Spring pad from their original game. There are a few things to note. First, you can hit your opponents with the Shock Spring pad. It can be used to recover, and it's throwable too. Also, it's pretty different from other up specials that carry the fighter upward in that you're still able to jump in midair after using it, meaning you can jump twice in a row. So if you're
Yeah, there's a
falling,
couple
you
other
can use it
characters
like
who do it, but
this,
not many.
jump and then dodge, increasing your ability to recover. By the way, the height of a shock spring jump will change depending on how long you hold the button down. Note the slight difference in height. Next, for their down special, Rear Egg, they'll fire a grenade out of his backpack. It's a grenade egg. This is a slightly odd projectile in that it can only be launched behind the fighter.
Well, I know someone who's gonna love that move.
And because the grenade egg is football shaped, its bouncy trajectory can be unpredictable. After a certain time, it will explode. I think it will be a useful tool for keeping opponents in check. It's treated like an item, so you can pick it up and throw it. Your opponents can also throw it back at you.
I'm gonna suck it.
But its detonation sequence is relatively short. So both you and your opponents will need to make sure you throw it quickly, or it will explode while you're still holding it. I guess there are a lot of different ways to use this ability.
Yeah, the airdrop was interesting.
Lastly, their final smash is the Mighty Ginginator. The Mighty Ginginator is what delivered the final blow to Gruntilda in their original game. This move will send your opponents flying.
Alright, so what
This stage
besides
is
the
called
camper
Furukuyama
specials?
in Japan, but in the West it's called Spiral Mountain. As you can see, it's a mountain where the bottom portion is a spiral shape. A rotation icon will appear, and the stage will spin. This is quite unusual, even for the Super Smash Bros. Series. It's
Oh,
truly
that
unique.
means that you could have a
Anything on the
platform
stage,
that moves
items
in.
or otherwise, will also move. As the stage turns, the shape of Spiral Mountain will also transform, meaning your recovery points will also change.
I like that.
Platforms like this will appear from time to time. A bridge will also appear when Gruntilda's lair is visible. Now that we've covered both the fighter and the stage, let's go ahead and jump into some actual battles. This time, I'll be taking on not just one, but two fighters in a team battle. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong versus Banjo and Kazooie. Hang on, so there are actually two on my side too? So I should be fine, right? Probably not. In fact, definitely not. Looks like I'm gonna get beaten up pretty bad if I just stand around, so I'll play carefully. I should probably keep them in check. Your eggs, which can be fired forward or backward, are useful at times like this, and thanks to Kazooie, Banjo and Kazooie can use moves with a relatively wide range of attack. We'll make good use of these as we take them on. Note we're playing with items on. I think we're doing pretty good so far. I have 2 opponents, and since items are on, they'll have twice as many opportunities to pick up items. And since the final smash meter is on, the opponent can use it twice. I'm at quite a disadvantage, but I'm going to try my hardest. I can use Wonder Wing 2 more times. Oops, I guess I should be explaining all their moves, huh? Auto fire, auto fire. Ooh, ouch. Oh, their final smash meter's filled up. You can have that. Now. And nice.
Yes, you definitely want to be able to aim the engineers. Like,
now that there's one less opponent, this should be easier. I do want to use a final smash, but it might be a bit tough. Oh, that's good. And final smash.
Yeah, it looks like you have to aim the Ginginator.
I forced him out, so I win. Banjo picks up a Jiggy from the original game. Guh. That's a wrap.
Yeah, I've noticed a couple.
I'd also like to talk about some of the cameos that liven up the stage. First, we have the witch Gruntilda. In Banjo-Kazooie, this poor soul gets sealed underground by a boulder. Anyway, she's very cruel, and you can hear all about her from her sister, Gruntilda. This is Bottles, a mole, and another poor soul. His fate is sealed in the beginning of Banjo-Tooie.
Yep.
He's a friend of Banjo and Kazooie.
Yeah, sure, friend. We'll go with that.
Next is Mumbo Jumbo. This poor soul had all of his Mumbo tokens stolen by Gruntilda. He helps you out in many ways throughout the game. And we have Tootie. Can you spot her? She's running at the bottom. She's tiny and you can barely even make her out. But by zooming in, you can see all the detail, even at her size. You could probably make an action game just using this. She's raising havoc on the vegetable patch for some reason. And after that, she strikes an enigmatic taunt. Now she's heading back home. She looks all calm when you look at her this way, but this soul is actually the saddest of all the souls. You'd understand how miserable she really is if you saw the game over scene in Banjo-Kazooie.
God, I hate that scene.
Maybe she's not going home? And here come the Jinjos. We saw some of these a short while ago when the mighty Ginginator appeared. They come in many different colors and were hidden throughout the world by Gruntilda in the original game, so you could say they're also sad souls. And now we see something floating around in the background. These are our basic enemy characters called Buzz Bombs, but since they can float around, they're lucky enough to have made the cut in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This is what they look like close up. It's basically a dragonfly, right? We put a lot of thought into the guest characters as well, and we put a lot of effort into these hard-to-see areas, so I hope you enjoy it.
So it's gonna be a fun one to play around the camera on.
Next, let's talk music. As I mentioned earlier, we're taking country-style music and adapting it for use in battle. We're including a total of 10 music tracks. Of these, 7 are entirely new arrangements. I've always thought that getting all this for $5.99 is a fantastic deal, so I hope you enjoy it. The music for Spiral Mountain was arranged by Grant Kirkhope. He created the original Banjo-Kazooie's music.
Yeah, he's been very excited about this on Twitter.
I've worked with many musicians over the years, but this is the first time I've worked with a musician outside of Japan.
It actually surprises me.
I was a bit worried about whether my directions would be understood, but he did an absolutely wonderful job. And here's the list of tracks this time. Each of the new tracks has been carefully tailored to match the action taking place on screen.
Backwards on what we haven't seen. Oh no, and 3CCP.
Alongside the launch of Banjo and Kazooie, there will also be a software update. We're very pleased with the sales of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
I wonder if we'll get anything new.
And to express our appreciation, we've added another game mode, which
Okay.
will pretty much be our final new mode.
Fair enough.
I'm going to go ahead and play, so please take a look.
It's probably not Target Smash.
And here it is.
Sandbag, okay.
You need to damage the sandbag in front of you as much as possible.
I
And with
suck at
this
this,
bat,
I'd rather have Target Smash.
not with this, but this bat. And off it goes. High. Maybe a little too high. And so, Home Run Contest makes its return. It's been powered up in various ways compared to previous Home Run contests, so please enjoy. This time, Sandbag has flown 300 kilometers. I think that's about the distance from Tokyo to Nagoya. That's if you drive on the Tomei Expressway. You can actually play with a second player.
Now that's interesting.
Let's give it a go. Attack, attack, keep attacking using both players. Time to strike. Here we go. No. This isn't how you're supposed to play the game. When I say two players can take part, I mean friends can play together, and not one person playing as two fighters. I hope you play this with your friends. In shared content, many people have uploaded their customized Mii fighters. Up until now, it may have been a little difficult to use since you were not able to customize their special moves. But moving forward, you will be able to freely customize their special moves. If you find a Mii fighter that you like the look of, you can freely download them and set the special moves however you want and play as them. However, this will not be applied to Mii fighters created before this software update, and only applies to Mii fighters created after the update. So I hope you re-upload your Mii fighters. Please enjoy many different varieties of Mii fighters. We will add in some Mii fighter costumes as well. Please take a look.
Oh, Goemon. I watched Proton John play that recently. I was going to say 0. Okay, this will be interesting. Ooh, Team Rocket! Wasn't expecting it. I like it. So Grant Kirkhope was the only Western musician to work with then. Look, CN's costume just for the music track.
We've added a costume for Sans from Undertale, who was a popular request. And this Sans outfit also comes with a music track. This will be listed in the other category, so you can check it out there. The arrangement was made by none other than the creator of Undertale himself, Toby Fox. Toby has actually visited my house, and we played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate together.
That's actually really cool.
He was actually really good. Of all the guests, he was probably the strongest. When we both chose random and played, the win ratio was about half and half. Or I may have been losing. Next, I'd like to talk about a new set of amiibo that will soon be available. Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Snake. I wonder why he was hiding. They will each be available on September 20th. The software update, including the Banjo and Kazooie DLC, will be available today. As mentioned in Nintendo Direct, Terry Bogard will be joining Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Although we showed the reveal trailer, there was hardly any in-game footage. Some of you may wonder where the in-game footage is. Well, it's shaping up nicely. But we weren't quite ready to include it in the reveal.
Fair enough.
That SNK Neo Geo opening was fun, wasn't it?
It was.
I'd like to show you just a little bit of in-game footage of Terry. Here you go. Finally, it was announced that we will be working on even more DLC fighters.
Yeah, I'm really curious here.
To me, it feels like the finish line is sliding farther away. You may wonder, how much longer can he be involved with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? But I'm also excited. Adding more characters into the game means that more game worlds will be added to the series.
That's what makes Smash
And
so fun.
ultimately, that means that there will be an even greater opportunity to delight the fans. At the same time, I feel that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is now representing so many characters in game worlds that it's become an enormous game.
Yeah.
Even if the Super Smash Bros. Series continues moving forward, I doubt there will ever be an opportunity to bring this many
It's not
characters
happening.
together
This
again.
really is just the ultimate version.
And so I want to keep improving on this record as much as possible. And I will continue to work hard at developing the game. I appreciate your support. That's it for today. Thank you very much.
There's a man who loves what he does. And now it is actually done. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. First off, Pokemon Mirage Switch, yes. That Ghost Ship game, definitely want to play that. I forgot the name of it already. Sans in Smash, technically. Again, Terry's probably the most boring character, but he's also the one who would work best in Smash. Again, they were not going to get Mai in there. And she's really the only other one that people would know. They're able to get away with it with changing the outfit a bit with Bayonetta because her outfit is her hair anyway. can't really do that with Mai. And the animations are part of the character, as cringy as they may be. But I'm excited for more DLC for Smash to come. That's going to be interesting. We still don't know who Challenger 5 is in the Season Pass. And again, I'm going to be able to play this first Xenoblade Chronicle game. Finally! Never got it on Wii. It goes for $100+. Not paying that much for a Wii game. Didn't have a new 3DS. Wasn't going to get one just for one game. I guess technically 2 or 3 now, but not enough to make it worthwhile. Wii U just didn't have enough space on it. And the hard drive failed, and it stopped reading the hard drive after a while. So I couldn't do it that way. The Switch, I should actually be able to get it on. There's a lot of stuff I want to play. There's a lot of stuff I want to download. So, short break while I download some stuff, and we'll be back with